Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about feeling left behind, and I want to start this video off with a story. In August of 2025, I realized that I don't know what I want to do with my life. I was a sophomore in college going into freshman year, so I've done 2 years. I'm going to graduate in 2 years, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I going to do when I get out? So I decided I was going to work in the cloud and try to be a cloud engineer. Now, if you don't know what a cloud engineer is, all you really need to know is it's like a tech CS job, right? And it's kind of hard to get into, but I was like, I'm gonna succeed, and I really tried. I did 2 certifications. I did 3 projects. I've done I've lost count, but probably 250 applications. I've gotten like a handful of interviews, maybe like 6 or 8 or something like that. Nothing. No internship. It's looking unlikely now that I'm gonna reach an internship, which is really a punch to the gut because I've been working my butt off for this, and it just didn't pan out how I wanted to. I want to tell you guys another story. When I was 9 years old, I decided I was going to be a YouTuber. Now, I was 9 years old, so that one didn't work out. But throughout my life, I've tried multiple times. Last time I tried, I actually got success. I had a YouTube channel that reached 10,000 subscribers. I reached 1 million views. I was monetized. It felt amazing, and then it died. I lost passion for what I was making, and the channel died, and now it's a dead channel. All right, why am I telling you this? Because today I went to my career fair trying to get an internship, and I met a guy in my class, and he told me that not only did he get an internship at Google, which is great, that is like getting into Princeton, right? If you're a comp sci major. But when I searched his name up later, because he told me to message him on LinkedIn to look over my resume, I found out this guy's also a DJ with 40,000 monthly listeners, and he tours around the world. What the bro? That made me feel so bad about myself. Once I found that out, man, I was self-loathing for like 6 hours. And you can call me a pussy, you can call me a bitch, you can, whatever. But it sucks when you feel like you're trying your best and you just get spat on. And a guy takes glory and you're sitting there like, man, it just makes you feel inadequate. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I was like bummed out about this all day. Like, man, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on? Another example of this is when you scroll on LinkedIn, and in my recommended, I see profiles of people I last talked to in middle school, and now they're so successful. I know 2 guys who I knew in middle school who are also working at Google. I know a guy who's working at Bank of America. I know another guy working at Morgan Stanley. Really big companies, and I'm like sitting on the sidelines like, damn, this feels bad. It's that feeling of inadequacy. And I'm talking from the scope of internships, but man, I felt this all throughout my life. Even in high school, I was never the smartest kid in my friend group. I felt this feeling so many times in my life. And, I came home today, I was really bummed out. I was like kind of sulking, I guess. And I'm really bad at hiding my emotions, but I was talking to my dad. He's like, are you frustrated about something? And I told him exactly what I told you guys. I was like, yeah, man, like, I've been trying to land a job, and he knows I've been trying, and I told him how I met this guy who's way more successful than me while being younger than me by a year. And my dad told me, stop comparing yourself to other people. My dad is a very successful man today, but he told me that when he graduated from his master's program, he was unemployed for 8 months. He couldn't find a job for 8 months. And he was on a visa, so if he didn't find a job in a year, I wouldn't even be an American. I would have grown up in India. And he told me, you know what, man, you just got to keep your head up. You just got to make sure that when you do get opportunities, you give it your all. But you just got to keep your head up and keep trying and stop comparing yourself with others. And that's really true, guys. So, it's hard. I'm not going to act like him telling me that has made me instantly stop comparing myself to other people. I'm literally thinking about it right now. That's why I made this video. But I don't know what you're going through in life right now. If you're like me 4 years ago where you were the dumbest guy in your high school friend group, or maybe you run track and you try your ass off, but you always come second place to some guy or something like that. Just like stop comparing yourself to others, man. Just focus on your journey. And even though I should listen to my advice more, and I'm going to try to listen to my advice more, I'm going to try to do this, It's great that he got into Google, and that's what I should aim for next year, and I should just hone my skills in today on the cloud and cybersecurity, or I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with my career, guys. I don't know, but, it can be demotivating and stressful at times, but just try to keep your head up. This isn't a very structured video, but I just want to get my thoughts out there, and I'm sure there's going to be another time. Maybe it's tomorrow where I'm just like, fuck, man, shit's not working out. But I just got to focus on myself and be grateful for what I have. I got a family. I got a very supportive girl. I got great friends. Knock on wood. I hope all that shit stays in. Health. My health is there. I got a dog. Low-key, my dog sucks. My dog is... But yeah, guys, Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. See you guys. And keep your guys' heads up, okay? I'm Mr. Motivational Speech now. Goodbye.